It is January, and officially, though not quite, in our hearts and our minds and our first attempts to handwrite the date, 2024, which means that I have had all the time that I could possibly be allotted to fulfill my 2023 New Year's resolutions. There they are, all lined up in a row like little satsumas. But how did I do with them? Did I succeed gloriously? Did I fail spectacularly and thus bring shame upon my family name? Or did I kind of not quite get all of them across the line, but due to circumstances outside of my control, so we can all kind of agree it wasn't really my fault? Let's find out. 1. Complete 20 episodes of live-tainment. Oh my god, I absolutely dominated the live-tainment goal. Absolutely dominated it. I wanted 20 episodes. I ended up with 24 episodes of I Am Smart, the Notme quiz on its own. Anything else there, Notme? Yes, 7 episodes of Art Right Now, a brand new live-tainment experience that I debuted in 2023. That's 31, for those of you who aren't in the mood to do any adding up today. 31 episodes of live-tainment, each one more entertaining, more inspiring, more challenging, really, than the one that preceded it. Like I say, absolutely dominated it. 2. Gain a skill. Okay, so learn a skill was kind of good and bad. What I did was that I started to learn a few things, but rather than finish learning them, what I did is I gave up on them instead. And by doing that, what I actually did, which is actually quite clever when you think about it, is I've just got this solid base now of like, I kind of know a few things, so that in the future, if I want to go back and finish learning them, I can do it pretty quickly, because, like I say, that aforementioned base of learning, that's there, that's mine, I'll always have that. So in 2024, for example, I could finish learning several things, thanks to the good work I did in 2023. So I don't think we'd say I failed on this resolution. I think it'd be a very harsh summation of the year's work for this one to say that I failed. We could say I didn't complete it. We could certainly say that, but I think that wouldn't really be taking in the totality of what I did this year. You know? 3. Go on a third date. Now, the third date was always going to be tricky, because of how women are. Probably a mistake on my part to set a resolution that wasn't entirely within my own control. It wasn't a total washout, the year. I got some lovely first dates, got one second date, and thinking about it, I probably could have got a third date out of that second date, but it kind of ended when she showed me a photo of her son, which is absolutely fine. Children is just a reality of dating after a certain point. But I looked at the photo of this young boy, 14, and I was immediately struck with the knowledge, not the suspicion, the knowledge that he could physically dominate me. He's a huge lump of a boy and had fury in his eyes that can only really be born from growing up without a positive male role model. And so I looked at him and I thought, gosh, how could I discipline this boy? How could I lay down the law on this boy when one forearm and I'd be on the deck? And that just kind of really threw me, made me quite uncomfortable. So I made my excuses and I left and I went home and I had a hot chocolate. 4. Do 1,000 sit-ups. Yeah, sit-ups wasn't great. I'm not too proud to hold up my hand and just say, yeah, I failed this one. This was a failure, probably topped out about 600 or so for the year. I noticed that I was lagging behind, so I thought, well, I'll save up the rest of them for the beginning of December, so then when it comes to Christmas Day, I'll have washboard abs, which will be a nice change. But in the end, I didn't do that and instead had lots of snacks, so I was kind of further away from the washboard abs than I started in the end. In my defense with this one, though, I will say that when you do sit-ups, some of you might not know this, but when you do sit-ups, it really hurts your tummy. So that was always working against me. 5. Have a great bath. unmitigated success. I moved into a flat that has a bath in it, and so I no longer need to go to an Airbnb or a hotel to have a bath. I can just have them whenever I want, which means I've had loads. Cameraman George even got me some bath bombs for Christmas. So that's only going to take my bath game to the next level. I won't mention, though, that the bath has jacuzzi jets, because I don't want to be braggy, you know. So overall, a mixed bag. I read a thing at the start of the year that said that if your resolutions last until February, then you're 75% likely to keep them going for good. So I thought, what I'll do is I'll start them in February and then have a much better chance moving forward. But not even that worked fully. I suppose it's difficult to maintain that level of focus and enthusiasm across even 11 months, as I found. Maybe my real issue was that I was trying to game the system in some way, trying to find a shortcut rather than just putting in the hard graft and actually working for it. Maybe. My new trick is that I'm not even going to make resolutions this year. I'm going to make retrolutions. Basically, I will live my life in 2024 doing as many interesting and weird and hopefully positive things as possible. Then at the end of the year, I'll look back at what I was able to achieve and write my resolutions then, retroactively. Hence retrolutions. It's actually a very clever name. And the best part about it is that it means I'm guaranteed a 100% hit rate. That's pretty impressive. So what are my 2024 resolutions? I'll let you know in 2025. Do you have any old school resolutions for 2024? If so, let me know. Also let me know if you could reverse engineer some 2023 retrolutions. I'd love to hear about them as well. I'd also love to hear about some 2023 resolutions that you made and weren't able to achieve. Just for, self-esteem things.